Hi everyone, Lisa here from LC Designs. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday. April 16th, I have another pre-recorded video for you. Today we're doing one last minute Easter treat holder because Easter is this weekend. So these are Smarties. Everybody likes those little sour candies. But I found these boxed up like this at Walmart. And I believe it came with, I can't remember if I bought them individually or if it came a pack of 3. Not sure. But we're going to make a cute little package for it. And we are going to be using my Storybook Friends bundle again. I told you I'm going to be using this for all my Easter projects. And a reminder to share my video. And when you share my video, you'll be entered into a prize drawing. I send the prizes out to you. I put everybody's name into a drawing and then it automatically picks the person for me. So I don't have to be the bad guy. And then if you want my PDF tutorial, I send a new one out every Friday. Just join my email list and I will send them out to you. All right, we're going to use the Storybook Moments designer series paper as well. I got to grab my crumb cake blends because I forgot to get those. Okay, so this is another, I like to do quick and easy. You guys should know me by now. I do quick and easy projects. Well, sometimes. Okay, so I need 7.5. This is 7.5 by 3.5. And then this is Calypso Coral. And we are going to score the long side at 2.5, 3.5, 6, and 7. I almost grabbed my blade to put my blade. Okay, we'll burnish all of those lines. And this is like I said, so easy. Easy peasy. Oops, I actually bent that before the square line. We'll add some tear and tape to this little 1/2 inch section. And we will adhere it to the opposite side. I got some green on there. And then just fold it over like so. I kind of messed this one up because when I folded it, I kind of folded it. And look, that's it to our cover. Should we? No, we'll go ahead and do like I did in my instructions. Okay, so this is the gold open weave trim. We're just gonna cut some, put it around our box. Like so. My ribbon scissors, we will cut it. This is so pretty, this ribbon. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my tweezers to hold it. And then we are going to use this amazing check ribbon, just like I used last week. And this time we will tie a bow. That's going to be a huge bow. Let's go back. I don't need that much. Slip it under. And tie a bow. And my tweezers, they're just holding it in place for me. We can kind of move this around once we get done. Kind of looking like I'm making a sloppy bow, but see, we can adjust it. Let's see, where's my little strip? And tie it tight. Move it to the center, snip it, and we are going to put it inside our cover. So when you go to take it out, whoever you give it to, all they got to do is pull up on the ribbon and take their tree out. Now I put mine in first so that it's easier for us to decorate. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the Storybook Moments Designer Series paper, and we need to cut for the front and the back 3 3/8 is the length. So I'm going to go 3 3/8 this way. So this is how we could do our paper. Now I want to see my frame. I want to frame these guys. That's why the frame is like that. So what I'm going to do first is probably, I want to get these guys in. Or look, here's the same ones I had. I'm trying to decide. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the side first, which is 7/8. So this way they all line up. So 7/8. Then we're going to go 2 3/8. So I kind of get those guys. Now 7/8 again. And then another 2 3/8. Okay. So there's 1 or 2 ways to do this. Oh my gosh, let me close my blinds. I didn't realize, I didn't see all this here. And it's probably driving you guys nuts. It's super bright out. Oops, let me go the other way. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm trying to think. I want to frame my rabbits. These ones are so cute. Should we put these ones on the front, or I can do these ones and then we'll just do it the other way? Which two? Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and cut our frame first, and then we can decide. I'm like making it more complicated. But I want my frame to be framed around the rabbit. And in my instructions, I say it does not have to be centered, just like my original is not centered, because I wanted to add the little guys. I wanted to add these guys. So he's kind of cut off if we go that way. Or we can do the same that I had. We'll do the same. We'll go to the front. So we're going to do this the opposite. I'll show you how we're going to glue this. But let's take those out. So we're going to glue this one on the front. And that strawberry paper is pretty on the back, right? If you had strawberry candies to put in here, that would be cute. So we're going to go this way. And then this one is going to go on this side because, see, it matches. We just want our designer series paper to flow, if that makes sense. And then now this guy is going to go back here because he matches up with the side piece. And see how he matches up. And then our last piece. And that's it on that. Now, for our frame, because we are framing them, so you see this guy matches here. All right, so back to the front and our frame. So our frame, we're going to have to cut some mini dimensionals because they're just not gonna fit. I mean, we might fit one here. I think we could fit them on the top. It's the bottom and the sides where we can't fit them. So they need to be cut in half. My backings, I'm taking them off. And let's get a dimensional, cut it in half. Or you can, which I think I did for another project, was you can cut these little sides, see? If you want to use the end, just cut those. And then we can make them fit along like so. So whatever you like, but you need the mini dimensionals for sure. Just because this frame, you could glue it, but I like popped. And so there's our two. I'm kind of moving it up because I want to get this guy as much as I can in there, like so. And that is it. And then now we're going to, what are we going to do? We're going to stamp Happy Spring. And we're probably going to do this one the opposite side because of where the guys are positioned. You could still do it the other two. And I also need to stamp a bunny. So we're going to trim this down to 1/2 inch. I think it's 1/2. Ooh, and then we'll just trim that straight. I think it should be 2. I've got to trim it straight. I was grabbing scrap paper, so I think I'm going to stamp that again. I'm not happy with the position now that I trimmed it. There, a little bit more centered. So what we could do is, like I said, we can, let's add a dimensional here. Oops, actually, move that up a little so it's not right on this guy. And then we'll just put that right there like so. And now we need to stamp our other little guy. We are stamping one, this little guy. And we are going to color him in with, this is pretty, no, this is Bubble Bath. So I'm just going to color his ear in with Bubble Bath. You guys might have heard my story where we had rabbits before. My kids, they always loved having a rabbit as a pet. So this one I'm just going to color all the way in with Crumb Cake Light. And then I'm going to grab my Crumb Cake Dark and just kind of go over the dark lines. It always just adds like some texture. Everything's always texture with me. You guys are probably like, she's just putting lines in there. But no, we're going to get our blending pin, our light, and blend that dark. I know, my pins are squeaky. I use them a lot. So there's our little tiny guy. Our little tiny one. Okay. Stamp and cut. You know what? This is probably why my shoulder's hurting me lifting this thing all the time. It's not that it's heavy, but you guys would not believe all the die cutting I do. I do a lot. A lot. That's like when my plates are brand new, they're worn out within the first use. But That's why I always just leave them like, they're just gonna get worn out again. There's our little guy. This out of the way. Put my die so I don't lose it and go, where is it? So see, we're just doing this one the opposite. And I think I'm gonna put him over here too on the opposite, but I glued him and I just added glue to the frame because he's gonna glue to the frame. Just like that. Ta-da! And we are going to use the metallic gems. And we're using the gold ones. So I put one in the center here. And one in the bottom corner. I didn't put one here because he's there. And then here and here. Just to add some nice little bling. And there is our project. They're the same. It's just that I wanted to center them up or, you know, get them in the frame. So one's right, one's left. So you can give one to a right-handed person, one to a left-handed person. And my son's left-handed. And you don't realize how much things make a difference to left-handed people. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will have another fun project for you next week. And I'm going to be using the new In Color Strawberry Slush. And I'm pairing it with Pretty in Pink, just to give you a sneak peek at the new In Color. All right, everybody, you take care. Have a good day. Bye.